Mention the Civil War and its history to some kids and, well, you might get a blank stare. In fact, books may not even work. But take them to the Belle Meade Plantation and you might get better results. That's all thanks to a special field trip program that brings the historic conflict to life.
Come on in. How are we doing today? Welcome to Belle Meade.
Belle Meade Plantation is deeply rooted in Tennessee history. In its heyday, the fertile farm covered 5,400 acres and was known around the world for its champion racehorses. As Civil War swept across the state, the mansion became headquarters for Confederate General James Chalmers, and its front lawn became a battlefield. Today, this antebellum gem has been transformed once more into an enlightening link to our past. Jenny Lamb is Director of Education and Interpretation.
When we developed the Civil War at Belle Meade Plantation field trip, it all started around a tour of the mansion, but it has evolved into an immersive experience for students where they really get the feel of a soldier's life during the Civil War.
More Civil War soldiers will die because of using this than from bullets, cannons, bayonets, sabers combined. Most Civil War soldiers die from disease, and it's normally a waterborne disease.
Tom McCauley is a Belle Meade interpreter.
Now my job is sort of to bring to life the average life of a Civil War soldier, whether he's a Confederate or Union soldier, what their typical soldier experienced during the Civil War, what they ate, what they wore, how they trained, and sort of bring that to life. The type of bread they ate was called hardtack. This is a piece of it. Pretty hard. Civil War soldiers had a couple names for it. One was a tooth buster, because it was so hard, it might break your teeth. And you might only have those two, so you want to take care of them. It's a special kind of comb. It's called a lice comb, because most Civil War soldiers have little pets on them, lice. And they crawl around you and comb them out. And sometimes you take your jacket off and shake it over the fire, and they pop like popcorn when they fall into the fire. You wouldn't eat it though.
Often humorous, always informative, Tom has a knack for bringing the past back to life.
So Tennessee was a very divided state when it came to the Civil War. Have you ever heard the Civil War referred to as a war of brother against brother? It very much was in Tennessee. Sometimes families split apart over the Civil War.
You guys ready to try it? Yeah. Okay, all right. Get yourself a piece of paper.
In addition to learning about Civil War soldiers, students participate in several other activities.
When they come onto the property, they of course tour the mansion, but they also participate in 19th century letter writing activity based on some of the letters from the mistress of Belle Meade during the time of the Civil War.
All right, so dip the pen in, and then just try to write. You want to maybe write a letter like from the Civil War. What would be the first thing you would put at the top of a letter?
They also do a scavenger hunt of the property, and we have just recently incorporated signal flags talking about communication on the battlefield and during the war, which also incorporates our new telegraph system on the property.
What you're going to do is you're going to look on your code sheet. You've got 1, 2, and 3. We're going to tap out a message.
The Battle of Nashville was in such close proximity to the plantation that it's a great site for them to come out and really feel as though they're stepping back in time to that of the Civil War. And it's become one of our most popular field trips because it not only incorporates history standards of learning, but also math and science. So it's something that teachers love to experience and bring their students to. Anyone can come and see and participate in our events. We do several Civil War reenactments and encampments throughout the year with anything from cavalry units coming out to demonstrate on horseback to soldiers camped over the weekend. So that's something open to the public. But we also see about 15,000 school children a year that come on field trips to do this program.
Who knows what year the Civil War started?
1861.
1861, very good. Now, who can tell me? It's nice to see young people who are so well informed about their history and the history of the United States. And Tennessee's very crucial role in the American Civil War, and just how involved and crucial to the Confederacy and the Union that Tennessee ends up being.
We hope that the students walk away with not only a love of history as we have, but we're hoping to inspire them to study their ancestry, to learn from the experiences of the soldiers and civilians of the past, and carry that with them as they grow into the next generation of historians.
There you go. Did you see all that smoke?